Hello. Um, my camera keeps shifting. I don't know what's happening, but I'm trying to make it look great. Okay, this is good. Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and surprise today. I actually have. Okay, I am not in support of any political party in Uganda. So if you see me having red cap and my GoPro's handle is yellow cap, my GoPro handle is yellow, and my rice is also yellow. Nothing to do with the yellow whatever going on in Uganda. So today, I have nothing to share really. I just am in a mood of studying and ensuring that I hopefully I get a good results for my exams. Just woke up late, um, around, I don't know, like around about 10 or so. I was tired, even though I didn't do anything. I don't know why I was tired, but just woke up and it's not too cold. I don't know why I have a jacket on, but it's actually warm outside. When I say warm, it's like 40 degrees, right? A couple weeks ago, it was about 50 degrees and I still was cold. But now that there was snow yesterday, so it was really cold, like 31 degrees Fahrenheit outside. That's like 0 degrees in Celsius. Then I was cold, so I had to put on the jackets, extra layers of jackets. So today I went outside and it was warmer. So that's why I haven't taken the stuff off. And I'm in the house, so it's not too cold. And I'm always in the car, so it's not like I'm outside and like that. But today is Saturday, November 6th. No, December 6th. We're in December. I watched a creep. I saw a creep, a creep, creep, a creep, a creep, like a video on social media of Trump calling people from Somalia garbages. I don't make these comments, when a politician says something, I don't make comments. If something is offensive to other groups, I really don't care. It's not like I don't care, I don't really like comment, right? Even if I had like a large audience, if I had too many followers, I will not comment on a politician's comment, because I think in the US, politicians have the right to say what they want to say, right? Freedom of speech. There's what we call political correctness. Like you shouldn't say these things. They're not like you have freedom of speech, but you shouldn't say these things. Like they're really bad, no matter how you feel. But he called people from Somalia as garbage, and I have a lot of respect for Somalis. I have Somalis friends, families, colleagues, classmates. When you see a president calling these people garbages, it's kind of really sad. And I think he did because Trump doesn't watch the news. Like, okay, he does watch the news. Like he watches CNN, Fox News, ABC News, right? Like he does, but only for two things. One, he watches about his comment. Like if he says something on the news, he watches back to see if they reported the right thing. So he wants to make sure that the news is not misrepresenting his comments. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing that he does watch on those social media, those news channel, is the golf course. Like he's a golf player, but he doesn't really watch the news. Like he doesn't really know what's going on in the country. What Trump does watch though, he watches the influencers. I also watch. I don't watch the news. I watch influencers on social media. Right, these people who go out there and make videos about crimes in the United States. They talk to gangs, right? So there was a video on that, of course I live in DC, so I get to see those videos. There's a video on YouTube where the guy who is I think is like a Republican, he goes to the cities and he makes videos of people committing crimes, right? He goes deeper and deeper. So there's a video where he shows a ton of Somalis in Minnesota who, you have very young kids who turn into gang and like committing crimes. So these videos, okay, Trump doesn't go to his phone and be like, where's the Somalis gang in the US? But he has children, right? Like children, like adults, like his kids, Trump, Eric Trump, like other kids, right? He has friends, he has cousins. So when you're on a table, they bring a phone like, hey dad, did you see this video? Somebody's doing crimes in Minnesota. And he sees that and he goes like, I'm gonna comment about this. So this one of as people don't realize that politicians they also have like emotions to react to things. And then you also have like another lady from Somalia. She's like congresswoman in Minnesota, and she attacks Trump like a ton, right? Like she makes a lot of comments about Trump, like a lot of comments. So that's like the dispute between Trump and Somalis. Then Trump has he wants nations to be responsible. He wants to push responsibility on people, and countries like Somalia, which is really struggling in terms of like democracy, rule of law, right? Dysfunctioning government. Trump just doesn't really like that. But his comment was basically attacking Somali's community, particularly in Minnesota. There are other Somalis in other parts of the country, right? They are everywhere in the US. But he particularly attacked Minnesota for two reasons. Number one is, I think it's the lady who who works in Congress. She's I don't know, her name is Omar. She's a really Democrat. And then also you have those videos that come up showcasing Somalis committing crimes in Minnesota. When Trump is trying to combat crimes, he doesn't discriminate based on whether you're an American or not. What he does, however, where he doesn't discriminate is how he takes his action. So for example, like you probably, if you watch this video, you probably have heard Trump saying, I'm gonna deploy the National Guard in Baltimore, right? But he doesn't. If he says Baltimore, he doesn't say I'm gonna target, American criminals in Baltimore. There's crimes in Baltimore, but it's because he has no choice to those people are committing crimes in those cities, so he just say I'm gonna deploy the army. But those decisions comes from the influencers, people that make those videos. The news don't report those things. It's the influencers that do report. When people in a specific city are migrants and they are the ones committing crimes, his decision is, I'm not going to use the National Guard. I'm going to use deportation tactics. So now he wasn't necessarily okay. He didn't say he's gonna deport. From what I know, he's not gonna deport like Somali citizens. Even though he could, like if you commit a crime and you are a citizen, if you do something like really really bad, and you are a citizen, they can revoke it, right? It's not like I think it's the right, not a privilege. Yeah, it's a privilege, not the right. Like you don't have a right to be a citizen, but you have a yeah. So the thing to yeah, this is very important. It's not your right to be a citizen of any country, but it's a privilege to be a citizen of any country. It's like so citizenship is like you are given. It's like you are given the entry to a specific group, right? You can. So, for instance, there are people in America who are born in America back in World War II who betrayed the U.S. and they worked for Russia in espionage. They got executed. They are right to be citizen. They are right. Their citizenship did not protect them because of that. Just me give an example. Citizenship is not a right; it's a privilege. I think that we really don't understand the difference. Right. So, anyways, now Trump doesn't does not like Africa in general. I don't know why people don't really understand this, but Trump hates Africa, but for good reason. Because even me, when I was doing economics, right, my master's program, I tried to do like GDP, try to do the data. I made this video many times where I try to do the GDP, try to do the data, study the economy of Africa, and it's so complicated, like it's so hard, right? You can like the continent has like 55 countries that are functioning, that they have embassies, that they have leadership, that they have presidents, that they have people, billions of people living there. Yet there is no enough data to do like empirical study, right? So he gets upset for that reason. Like he says like just be responsible for once, you know. So either way that doesn't give him the right to call human beings garbage. Like when he said that was really really bad comment. The funny thing is he has a lot of support from Somali's community, so I guess kind of funny. People support him because Somalis conservative. Many Somalis come from Muslim community, so they support the idea of like anti-gay, abortion, right? Those things that got Trump into power. So, anyways, people out there, the brother from East Africa, Trump is crazy. Well, I live here, I know him. I know people who work with him. He's crazy. He says things that don't really necessarily define him as a human being. Even though the Democrats uses that as an excuse, like, oh, you know, he was this and that. Like, he just like the guy. He could have said in different ways and still affect Somali's community in Minnesota. So, but yeah, it's to me. I just feel like Trump. I feel like Trump just hates everybody, not just Africa, like even Europe. Like I mentioned when I was attending one of the European political party. He calls Europe like kids. Like you guys have to put some money in the NATO. we take advantage of us. Like he literally calls Europe like kids. That's Trump. Like the first day he became a president, he passed tariffs against Canada and Mexico, the neighboring. Like if you don't even if you don't even America, if you live in Africa and you're watching this video, just know that Canada and Mexico are like our brothers and the cousins. We're all the same. We can travel around in and out the country totally fine. And this dude, the first he became president, he passed the tariffs to ban them from coming. That's how insane he is. And he also felt like we need to annex Canada to the US. So he's insane. He's just an insane guy, who says whatever he wants to say. But anyway, this video is 15 minutes, and if this video helpful, just give me a follow. At people of Somalia, I'm sorry, to people of Africa, both in the US and in Africa and everywhere in the world, Caribbean island, all those countries. Just know that this guy is my neighbor in Washington DC. He says whatever I want to say, and he's gonna say whatever I want to say, but it shouldn't distract you from the fact that this country moves on as normal. Okay, he can say whatever I want to say, and millions of people they will move on about their days. No one cares in America. People know he's crazy. No one really don't spend too much time thinking about it. Alright. He attacks everybody, and that's how he is. Alright. Thanks for watching. Like always. Ciao ciao. Bye bye.